Yes, well, I'm Martijn from Delain. We're from Holland. This is Charlotte, our main vocalist. And our first album is going to be released here at the 5th of March. So I hope people here will enjoy it and will buy it, of course.
Can you explain the project actually and the concept of the band and what it is about and who's involved?
Yes, well, actually at first Delain started indeed as a project. I wrote some music when I left my former band Within Temptation. When I went ill, and that's why I left the band. And I started writing again, actually not with intention of doing anything with it, but yeah, just making music. And at a certain point I thought it would be nice to indeed do something with the music I wrote. And I asked some people to participate yeah, turning Delain into a project. And at a certain point I also asked Charlotte to join Delain and to do the main vocals, to also give Delain an own identity and not have a lot of musicians at different spots and not have a core own thing. And I think Charlotte provides the own identity of Delain, together with me then, of course. But when the album was finished, we were also suddenly we were thinking of making Delain a band, and of course we could not do that with the guest musicians. But we searched for musicians in Holland and formed Delain into a band. This was not the plan at first because both of us were physically not really healthy.
We both had the same disease,
yeah,
of which you get very tired. And, so we weren't thinking about doing lots of shows because we just couldn't do that. But by the time the album was done, we were both feeling better and we were like really into the music. And it was like, yeah, it's nice as a project, but actually we want to continue with this music. So then we put together a band.
Yeah, so now Delain is a band, and we're gonna play yeah, across France. And we already did it in Holland and Belgium. Now we hope we can play in France. Okay. So that's the story.
That's a good story actually, because yeah, you started with a project and now it's a real band. But many musicians are established in the very known band participate. So was it hard to get in touch with them?
Well, actually, a lot of those people are already new from my Within Temptation period. Not all, but for example, Sharon from Within Temptation. That's family. It's my sister-in-law. So
okay.
That was a logical thing to ask her also, because I think she suits my music well. It fits. So that was logical. With Marco Itala, that's the vocalist, bass player from Nightwish, it was a different story. I met him at a gig in the Netherlands, and we talked about it. And at a certain point, I proposed him. Well, you could. It would be nice if you could participate as well, and I will come to Finland and record you because I know you're very busy with your own once tour. So that's the Marco part, and with Liv Christine I just gave her a ring and we talked it over by phone, and she was very interested, and I sent some material and she liked it very much. And, so yeah, it was a very natural process and also very easy actually. It was very surprising. Yeah.
Okay, and how did you meet Charlotte too? Because you were in a band. Also.
Yeah, I was in a project actually, another project in our town. There was someone doing a project too, and I sang on that project. That person asked Martijn to do some stuff with the keys too. So then he got a demo on which I sang, and well, we lived very close to each other, so he just approached me and asked me one day, and I did some lyrics and vocal lines. Yeah, as soon as we got into the studio, in his home, it was it just worked actually. So
Works
where I
very
was
well.
first only asked to do some lyrics, kind of grew to me being the main vocalist. Yeah. Didn't expect that in the first place, but yeah.
So they were kind of magic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And do you come from the metal scene, or do you have other influences in your vocals? And
Yes, actually, I started singing jazz, and I had jazz lessons for a couple of years, and I sang and I played in a big band with with like 50 persons, and that was really great. And at one point, my singing teacher told me, like, oh, you can sing very high, you should take classical lessons. Then I had classical lessons for a while, but they really tried to form you into this perfect kind of, and you can't go you can't do anything different. So I kind of wanted to do something like in between the classical and the jazz stuff. And well, if you look at the non-classical movie with high vocal lines, then you kind of get to Gothic very soon. And then I did some covers from some bands sometimes, and that's how I got asked for the project that I did before Delain. And so it kind of grew on me because I liked to sing high, and now on Delain I don't even sing high that much, but I'm more returning to the jazz thing. But it's it's like from very different directions, from both the jazz and the classical.
yeah, because you have a very unique singing, I think, and in this scene it's different. So it's very refreshing, actually.